And Eden Hazard likely to feature after, you know, the transfer saga that revolved around him, with rumor mill having that probably he would have joined either Real Madrid or Barcelona. Do you think his impact this evening, in case he features for Chelsea, will be crucial?
Hopefully if he puts his head and boots on the ground, he will be influential. But I think with this future maybe settled, because I think even himself, he wanted out, but he wouldn't just admit it openly. But now that maybe the transfer window maybe is closed, I'm sure he's, though there's a king, it's still open. But okay, maybe I don't know if he'll start today's match because of really. Okay, we really see.
He is going to start today, and he might start today. The transfer is on up to 31st. The thing is, there's a king needed in Madrid, and so far there's no king in Madrid. So what is Eden Hazard going to do? And yesterday on Twitter, I was reading through Squawka, the website, and they said Eden Hazard has had more take-ons against one team than all over the Premier League. That's 53 take-ons, and that's against Arsenal. So this one fixture you would not like to miss. And if you have to impress Florentino Perez, this is the fixture for you to do it.
Or maybe we are seeing a situation whereby Eden, he will play this match and then maybe go out like Couture next minute.
Goalkeeping situation for Chelsea Football Club after parting ways with Couture, who joined Madrid.
Kepa isn't a bad keeper.
Will he step up?
He can step up, but I think he will have challenges in his first games in the season. EPL is totally different from La Liga, so he has to adapt faster to help the team. I'm sad because you know, when Couture goes to Madrid, he's not assured of the first place. Them, they know there's a Navas as the first choice keeper, following what is won for them. So he's a sort of a demigod in Madrid. So for someone like Couture to replace Navas between the sticks, when he knew that he had a first choice place at Chelsea, I don't think who advised him to make that move. But moves are moves, and I think money matters. So all we can do is wish him the best in warming that bench in Madrid.
Money matters. And of course, yes, tomorrow also fixtures on card. Man United playing against Brighton later on at 6 p.m. Then before that, Man City against Huddersfield, and before that, Burnley against Watford. We're going to speak about two fixtures as we wind up. Man City against Huddersfield. Various predictions coming in, and you know, people tipping City to demolish Huddersfield by a huge scoreline. With Kevin De Bruyne out, still they can achieve it. And do you think the horrendous injury for the Belgian international will be a setback to City?
I don't think it's a setback for City. If you look at Man City's squad, in the first game, actually De Bruyne came for Mahrez. You can't say Mahrez is not a good player. So when the City feels it's a purported second team today, or whoever is fielded tomorrow, I mean, Huddersfield will just have to go down. I don't see them getting anything from City.
You agree? Riyad Mahrez, the Algerian international from Leicester, will he command a starting berth at City? Because his first fixture against Arsenal, excellent show, convincing. But the concern has been, will he get regular football?
Initially there were talks that maybe if Sterling comes back or De Bruyne comes back, he'll be benched. He won't be a regular starter. But I think with Kevin's injury, I think it's come at the right time for Mahrez, because I think this is the time now he'll have to step up and fill in that position, because it's a big space that is being left by Kevin De Bruyne. So I think it's come at the right time, and hopefully he'll step up and maybe do what Kevin De Bruyne has been doing better and maybe replicate his form at Leicester.
I think what people are forgetting is the time has come in football where we don't have a first 11. You have got players who will perform in the roles they're given. And Pep Guardiola has actually done that to perfection. Now, you realize that Kevin De Bruyne is out for 3 months, but players like Riyad Mahrez will step into that position and they play perfect football, and for the next 3 months, people will be like, where has Kevin De Bruyne been? You realize the case was with Benjamin Mendy. No one realized that Mendy was actually at Manchester City. Now that he is coming on board, people are like, this might be a new signing, because he was injured the whole of last season, but he's coming to that team. And as a progressive coach like Pep Guardiola, the most important thing is what kind of impact is this player coming to bring into my team? And a player like Riyad Mahrez gives him many options. You've got him attacking from the left, he can attack from the right, he can play in your central midfield role, and he can score goals for you.
Man United play Brighton tomorrow. Feud between Jose Mourinho and Paul Pogba. If you are, you know, the Ed Woodward of this world, whom would you prefer? Jose Mourinho, Paul Pogba, because there is a rift. A sharp rift between the two. He got an upband during Leicester fixture, which they won 2-1 on Friday Night Football during EPL opener, but still not in celebratory mood, even despite scoring a penalty, which he had to compete for with Alexis Sanchez. Scandal at Old Trafford.
I think the press conference from yesterday, Mourinho said there has been no rift between him and Pogba. It's all about media making that rift, because the player has not confirmed it, the manager has not said it. So it's all us pundits outside here have been saying there's a rift between these two. But if there was a rift and there was a way to make that rift stand and go away, it has been Mourinho himself giving Paul Pogba the armband. Because Mourinho giving Paul Pogba the armband, he tells you, you are the second in command. My job ends at the touchline. You are the one who takes over.
But do you think it's too huge for Mourinho to give Paul Pogba an armband in absence of Antonio Valencia, who is now the official captain, when there is people like David De Gea, who's been at United for quite a while?
I don't think it's a big deal. Pogba is just coming from a team that has just won a World Cup. He's someone who's played with big players at Juventus. At Man United, he played with the likes of Rio Ferdinand and Ryan Giggs. So he knows what leadership entails. I don't think there's any problem in handing him the armband. And he's a Man United boy, so he understands the things that the way Manchester does its things.
Of course, those are, you know, contributions from Man United fans trying to sound positive in favor of their teams, but sounding a little bit pessimistic in favor of Arsenal. I wish I was an Arsenal fan. A Nottingham Forest diehard supporter, but we're still in the Championship. Looking forward to bounce back and get into the English Premier League football maybe next time. But at least two-time UEFA Champions League winner, not a bad thing. A lot happening this particular evening, man. Chelsea against Arsenal, then tomorrow Gor Mahia Football Club against Rayon Sports. We're gonna wind it up on that particular note. But before we do, your prediction as far as Gor, they will win tomorrow?
They will. God will win tomorrow. 2-1.
2-1.
I'm giving them a 2-0 win
for Gor.
for Gor Mahia, yeah.
Also, Robert, I know it's expected.
3-1.
Touchline is the show. My name is Maxwell Wasike Zaxo, good sports journalist with soccer.co.ke. Joining us, Ronald Okoth, footballer, being featured for several clubs locally, Madara United, Gor Mahia as well, and Robert Soro Maebo, co-host. On that note, we're gonna wind up. It's been real, always doing this every Saturday, 1 to 3. Stay tuned and let the conversation goes on via social media handles. Fantastic weekend and keep it sporty.